For more confidence, wear yellow, and I'll throw it over to you.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So, did you push record?
Thanks so much for tuning back into our second act with Paige and Soka. Today we continue our conversation with Scarlett Bease, the stylist for women who hate to shop and get really, really stressed out. In fact, your book, Stop Stressing About Dressing, will link to that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really,
Yeah,
it was a fun read, and somebody like me who really, 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 really stresses about it. A lot of good advice.
yeah, I wrote it for the women who hate to shop and really literally get stressed out about dressing.
Yeah, well,
So,
that's how I found you. It's like, oh, I love this woman. Well, in our last segment, we discussed dressing to feel more confident. Just as we get out there in the world, especially after 50, and we've done lots of programming on this of late, that studies even show that after 50, all of a sudden our self-confidence just plummets. And while, we're big believers in working from the inside out, not the outside in, the
right.
outside does matter to help you feel better and to grab that confidence, especially when you're able to get compliments on how you look. So we'll link to our last segment with Scarlett, where we started this discussion. What I want to tune in today is how color affects how we look and how we feel, because there's lots of people, this whole color therapist that for more confidence wear yellow, and I'll throw it over to you.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So, color is really important. And when I work with a woman, this is the first thing I do. I figure out what her best colors are to wear. The whole theory of wearing colors that change how you feel and affect the message that you give to people, that's all true. But you have to wear the colors that look good on you. So I'm only talking about next to the face. So if somebody wants to make a power statement with red, and I love red, I'm not actually wearing it today, but I love red, and it's a color that works for me. But if it doesn't work for someone next to their face, then she can use it in her pants, skirt, jewelry, shoes, a dress, but anything right up here has to go with your own skin tone and your coloring. Because if somebody wears a color that's wrong for them, it's going to make them look in a way that they would rather not be seen. So some people wear red and then their rosacea gets worse looking, or broken capillaries, are more pronounced. If somebody wears yellow, which is that big trend color, it changes their skin tone, their eyes, their teeth color, which, think about it, is not really good. You want white teeth, not yellow, not brown, not beige. So these are all very important things to keep in mind. So we can't just do about the message that we're sending. We got to think what happens to us. Women who have beautiful eyes like you with color, if they wear a color that brings out the beautiful color in their eyes, you want to go for that. And wearing yellow for you, for instance, probably won't do that. Wearing black, again, not that great for you. So it's important to first see what happens to your own skin tone, and that's just by experimenting, holding different colors up to your face. If you're really into sending a message, then you have to keep it away from your face if it's not a flattering color. Only if it's not a flattering color. And you know what? When you hold up different things to your face, you'll see the difference right away. No one knows anything until they actually are aware of it, and then they can look in the mirror and see the difference.
Yeah.
So I just caution against that. In your home decorating or in your office, if you want to do certain colors for a certain feng shui or feeling, that's fine. But when it comes to your clothes, and especially for your headshots, things like that, you want to stick to colors that are going to make your skin look healthy, you look rested, your under eye bag's not there, or at least camouflaged, and for your skin tone to really just look smooth. And colors make a difference in that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we just came out with Paige and I did an online course on chakra balancing and color therapy, balancing using colors to do that is a big part of that. And I like the way you clarified it. And in fact, Paige, she jokes about, I tell my clients to buy red underwear.
There you go.
Nobody sees it, but
That's right.
it helps with your root chakra. So,
That's right.
So while we are big, we as in Paige and I, so I won't speak for you, but we are big believers that color is important in your life and you, around you. And that's why I love your point of, but you don't need it next to your face.
Right.
If that's going to, one, not work for you. And the big point, as we talked about that in our last segment, is whatever you choose, you just have to feel good in as well.
Right. And you made a point in the very beginning about how the outside is not as important as the inside, how you feel inside, and that is absolutely true. And the reason why a lot of women don't have a lot of confidence, it's yes, the clothes that they wear will help them, but they have to care enough about themselves and have enough desire for self-care to make them want to do more. And then that would include what you wear, exercise, what you eat. It has to. You can't only work on the outside. It does have to start from the inside. And that's just something that, because I don't want people to think that what I do is superficial. What I do is actually help women feel better about themselves. And so anyway, I wanted to make that point. So.
No, and you're absolutely right. And this is why I'm so drawn to you, Scarlett, is because yes, again, the inside has to be there in order for it to work, anything to work on the outside. But I know, again, for myself, for somebody who hates to shop and really doesn't know much about fashion and doesn't care about fashion, when it does come for me to go out or go to a party, I stress about it. I feel horrible. I get anxious about it sometimes when it's important to look good, and that's why the help that you offer, and the way you do is really valuable. And that's why I wanted to have you back on so we can talk about this as it relates to confidence after 50.
And that kind of stress is keeping some women from even leaving their home.
Yes.
And whether it's dating, working, networking, socializing. And you don't have to do that. You really don't. Knowledge is power. If you just learn what works for you, it's amazing how great you can look.
Yeah, and what isn't right anymore. Again, as we cross that 50 mark and as we get even older, we can be fit and in shape and happy, but we question ourselves on so many things if there's still, if this is still okay for us.
Right. And sometimes it is. And sometimes it isn't. And sometimes it's a way of making things work for who you are now. But we can't go back.
Yeah.
No matter what we do, we can't go back.
I don't necessarily want to, Scarlett. I don't necessarily want to. Maybe a few years, but not many. I think it's great after 50. Just, we're getting kind of close to the end of the segment. What can we leave our audience with when it comes to color, confidence, and just looking your best?
First of all, don't think that there's no help out there. Don't think that there's nothing else out there for you. I always say, go to a store, try something on that you would never have picked out yourself. Don't even look at the price tag. Just for some fun, try something on. And look in the mirror and see what your first reaction is. And see if you can learn something. But my biggest tip is that when you try something on in a store or even from your closet, your first reaction should be, I like it. I like how I look. And if your reaction is, I need to get some control underwear on, or I have to buy shoes to go with it, or maybe if I lost 5 pounds, if you have to do all that stuff, it's not good for you. And it's going to mess up your head some more. So just tuck it away, give it away, put it in another closet, get it out of your own closet, and just keep things in your closet that you feel good in right now. Even if it's 5 things, it's all you need just to do that.
Yeah. Well, I definitely do go through my closet. I'm going to do that with your help. We're going to link to Scarlett has a program actually that helps you with that. Tell us about that, Bree, just quickly, and I'll make sure I give our viewers the link.
So I created a program. It's free, and it's a tip a day for 5 days, and it's called End Your Closet Shame. And what I'm doing is I'm helping you find out which of the clothes in your closet you have to break up with, which are the ones, which are the ones that are simply doing you wrong, that are not treating you right, and that may be holding you too tight or maybe not tight enough. So, but we all need a little help to know what to weed out. And again, if you know that what to look for, it's so much easier to take out that top that you haven't worn in 20 years. And the reason why you'll find out in those videos. And it's free and it's fun. And I say go for it, because who doesn't want to have a better relationship with their closet?
I need it big time. I'm one of those women that will not show you her closet.
It's easy to do. Again, when you have guidance, it's easy to do. So,
well, I always love talking with you, Scarlett. So thank you
Thanks,
for coming
here.
back. We'll let's keep doing some of these. I think you have some really great advice that women need, and we love your personality. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
Thank you.
For more with Scarlett, please visit our website, secondact.tv. And if you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. The button is right here. Just click through to YouTube. And then when you see that little bell, hit on that too. That'll notify you every time we release a video. Thanks again. See you next time.